What's up, everybody? This is Ashlyn Cole from your favorite morning show, Shop Talk, and you are listening to Freedom Radio.
Come on and get your freedom on. Come on and get your freedom on. This is the day that the Lord has made. It's a good day to get your freedom on.
What is going on, y'all? It is your man D Toll. You are tuned into Shop Talk. Yes, what is it? You're tuned into Shop Talk. That's it right there. Listen, where no person and no subject is off limits. Happy Monday to you, those who are listening to us right now. And thank you for tuning in, whether you're watching us on YouTube, whether you're watching us on Facebook, whether you're watching us on Periscope, wheresoever you might be watching, we are grateful to have you with us. And I have an absolutely amazing show for you today. Tons of things to talk about. So many things are going to happen in today's show that you do not want to miss, not one iota, not one moment of the show. Now, do me a favor before we go jump into anything. Do me a favor. Get on the phone, call, text, tweet, Facebook, MySpace, Instagram, Social Cam, Periscope, Marco Polo. You know how I go. But tell your mama them, Ray, Shay, Day, Delicious them, Nuck them, Pojo them. Let them all know that for the next 2 hours, we're going to take this absolutely amazing and incredible journey called Shop Talk. Now, I do have a co-host backstage that I'm going to bring up in just a moment. But before I do that, I want to give some shout outs to some people who are hanging out with us. I'll start from the top and work my way down. So let's start all over again with my homegirl, Kirsten Williams. What is going on? Glad to have you hanging out with us. Sybil Sadler, what is happening? Sybil, glad to have you. As well as Linda Clark is in the virtual building. My homegirl, another vintage 1970 classic. My homegirl, Linda, is in the building. Tracy J. Wilson hanging out with us as well. Jacory, who was making reference to that last song, which was Got Grooves by Marcus Phillips, letting us know that the bass player is killing it. I agree. Kim Ryan in the virtual building as well. What show would I have without Dee Dee Felder? Dee Dee Felder hanging out with us also. My homegirl, AJ Anderson. AJ, what is going on? Glad to see your hand waving in the virtual building. Singer and singer extraordinaire out in Los Angeles now. Kenya Crawford, formerly of the Bay Area. What is going on? My good friend, my sister, another vintage 1970 classic, Lori Fairley Green, also in the virtual building. Jacory, I've already mentioned, he's already talking about Kim Ryan and supporting, and we'll definitely get a chance to talk about that in just a moment. Jonathan H. Johnson, my dude, just saying, D-Toe, what is going on, bro? Glad to have you. And my new friend, my new friend on Freedom. She's been my friend forever. Long as I can remember, I can go back and remember Auntie Pooey, Adrian Johnson in the building, as well as so many more. Listen, we've got a ton of things happening. Here's what we're going to do. Tell you what, I'm ready. Let's get ready to welcome today's co-host. Now, today is going to be really, really interactive because we're going to be expanding our social media world. What do I mean by that? Today is going to be, it's not Friday, but we're going to treat it like a Follow Friday because we're going to get ready to start following everybody. So first of all, let me put mine up. I'm the host, Demetrius Tollfree, in case you did not know. I'm Demetrius Tollfree, and feel free, over in this area, feel free to follow me on Instagram at DTollfree, as well as that is my handle on Twitter. Now, as I mentioned, let's get ready to bring up some co-hosts. Let's start out with my homegirl, my mainstay out in El Sobrante of California. You got to roll the R. Out in El Sobrante of California, my homegirl and yours, the world traveled, that always has a smile on her face, and the innovative thinker. Forget the fact that she's a singer extraordinaire. Let's focus on the fact that she's an innovative thinker. My homegirl and yours. Let's bring her up. Come on in here. Ashlyn Tara Cole. Ashlyn, girl, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Monday, which means Shop Talk is on. I'm here. Look, I'm here. I'm excited. Today is all things Jacory. I'm about to just tell you right now. I'm just going to keep it 100. Today is all things Jacory. I'm super proud of my bestest friend. I got on my Liquid Love t-shirt. Hey. I got on my Better Together hat today. We rolling. Come on, let's get it. Y'all stay tuned because you'll understand why here in a minute, but just stay tuned. Yes.
Most definitely. It's definitely going to be a day like that. And I am super excited. Glad to have you hanging out with us. And I see you still got your your throat ministry is strong. I seen you on Facebook Live at an event yesterday at church, and I was like, oh, I know her. She should have called me. I could have played that song for her. Anyway, I saw you. Your throat ministry was strong. It was strong.
Wow.
Yeah, I seen you. So
Thank you, Dito. Yes, I was invited to celebrate the 5-year anniversary for Pastor Romel at Elizabeth in Richmond, California. So that was good. Here, can I tell you a funny story about that? Actually,
yeah, definitely. What you got?
Okay, so here's what's funny. So the church asked me; they invited me to come, and I was the surprise guest. I was a surprise. Okay, so that meant that the surprise was for Romel. Well, I was behind the scenes, right? Every service was going on, so they kept me behind the scenes. And of course, I had my partner in shine there with me, Jacory. And lo and behold, who should walk back there? Pastor Romel. Oh Lord! So it was funny because the surprise it didn't end up being a surprise. He came back there. He was surprised. But it wasn't a big surprise that they hold for us. He said, wow, somebody just told me to go backstage. I was like, wow, don't listen to everybody. You can't trust everybody.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
But yeah, it was wonderful. It was a wonderful service. And man, the service was on fire, starting with praise and worship. They set it on fire. But yes, I was delighted. And let me tell you, I went in one door, did my one song, and went right back out the same door. Yep, that's how I do church nowadays. I'm not sitting in a pew. I'm not going to be sitting in service. I'll sing at your service, but I'm going to come in and come right on back out. And that's my way of taking care of myself. So, but it was wonderful. I was glad to be in the service. Glad to be in the service. Hey, okay.
It's all good. Well, that is good stuff. Now, we got so much stuff happening today. Let me give some more shout outs real quick, and then we'll bring up our next co-host. So shout out to my home girl, Shannon Fitzgerald, who is in the virtual building hanging out with us as well today. Shout out to Renee, Mrs. Kennedy, as she calls herself. She is hanging out with us as well. Out in one of my favorite valley cities, Stockton, California. Okay, for purposes of me trying to get caught in the streets by myself, I won't mention what Stockton means, but my dude, Superintendent John Wesley Greathouse in the virtual building as well. As I mentioned, Kim Ryan already, so many others. Let me see if I missed anybody. Yes, John Maddox in the virtual building as well, hanging out with us, and everybody else. Listen, it is people hanging out with us today that is from everywhere. Now, as we get going in the show, we'll do something in just a moment. Shout out to Rhonda Jones hanging out with us. Now, I'm going to be shouting people out as I see you. We'll make things happen, and it is all to the good. Now, Lori just mentioned that you went really, really way back on that.
Sometimes you got to retch back. Sometimes you got to retch back. Yeah,
you're right. And that's what you did on that. It is all to the good. Let's bring up our next co-host. We have another co-host, and again, Ashlyn has mentioned that from her standpoint, and mine as well. Today is all things Jacory, and as well it should be, because he has a lot of things happening in his life, and we are uber glad about it. Let's bring him up out in the city of Hercules, California. My dude, let's bring him up, Jacory.
Hercules. Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm up this morning. I done put my lotion on. I've been up for like an hour and 30 minutes. I'm feeling it. My phone keep going off. My Monday is encouraged this morning.
Oh, it's a make it happen Monday. That's why it's a make it happen Monday. Yes.
I got a pad and I got a pen. Let me write that down.
It looked like an envelope. Was that an envelope or was that a pad?
That's a pad today. You just flip it over. It's a bill.
Jesus. He said a pad is actually the backside of a PG&E bill. That's what
it works.
Ooh, that's old school. That takes me back. My mama used to write notes on everything.
Wrote a good song on an envelope.
She would find a check. She would be like, let me write a note on the back of this check real quick.
Yeah.
So that I can.
You're not gonna lose that. That's why, because you're not gonna lose that check.
Right. Flip it over.
Man, we got Kenya Crawford in the building, who is saying to you specifically, Jacory, that she is super happy for you. And All of us are. And as the show goes on, at the top of the hour today, we're going to show you why we are so excited, and we're going to be able to debut the song. I'm sure many of you who are listening have already downloaded it. And if you haven't, you have time right now, as we are talking, you have time right now to go into your music store, wherever it is. If you have Apple, obviously going to the music app. If you have Google Play, whatever it is.
I'm gonna interrupt you. No, I have a takeover spirit right now. I'm gonna interrupt you. I'm sorry. But on behalf of Jacory, as Jacory's manager this morning, you're not gonna go to Apple Music or anything like that. You're gonna go to where you purchase music, and you're gonna spend your 99 cents, and you're gonna buy this song. You hear what I'm saying to you? Don't go to Apple Music, because let me tell you, he probably gets a penny for every 100,000 times that people download it. So let's not do that. Let's put our money
in your takeover spirit. If you just would have listened just a couple more seconds,
my bad.
To take over.
My bad.
Because you have an Apple device, it's all comprised in one app. You have to open the music app to make things happen. So it's all good. I love your takeover spirit, and I love your energy. And you are right. We are going to be purchasing, not streaming.
But see, that's not how mine looks, Dito. I had to open iTunes.
I did too.
I had to open iTunes to buy it. If I open Apple Music, all it does is stream it. All I do is I get the copy of it.
I don't have Apple Music, so I couldn't have streamed it if I wanted to.
Oh, that's what. Okay, so my takeover spirit was right then. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Hallelujah. Yes. Okay. So if you have Apple Music, do not go to Apple Music. Go to iTunes. Open the iTunes app and spend your 99 cents. There you go. Okay, Dito, you can have it back now.
Oh, it feels good. It feels good to be in the 99 cent store.
I bet you he gonna leave now. Dito gonna be like, I'm out. Y'all don't even need me. I'm gonna go take a look. Good night. I'm taking a nap.
No, but Ash, that's good.
He said, I don't get paid enough for this.
Everybody kept asking me. They was just like, I can't get it. You do have to go to the iTunes store.
Yes, it's because you don't have Apple Music, Dito, and we love you still. Even though you don't have Apple Music, we still love you, Dito. But the people that do have Apple Music, you must go to iTunes to purchase it.
DD failed to hit my inbox. I got you.
It's all good. So, as I was saying, threw my whole flow off. You understand? But that's what happens. Let's shop talk. That's what we do. Listen, we want you to purchase the song. It is only 99 cents. Lord have mercy. It is something we want you to purchase this morning and be able to make things happen. As a matter of fact, now I know that Facebook has changed, so you can't actually post a picture that you purchased it. You can't do that on the Facebook Live. But as you purchased it, take a screenshot and post it on your page and tag Jacory. We want everyone to show everybody that we are supporting and making this all things Jacory. I like the way that Ashley is thinking. We're going to make it happen. And Kim Ryan is talking about he's glad to be in the 99 cent store. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's absolutely amazing.
There's some treasures in there.
Huh?
There's some treasures in the 99 cent store.
It is. My 99 cent store sells groceries.
Wait, we do too.
What?
Just check the date. Just check the date.
Wait, fresh groceries or canned goods?
Fresh groceries and canned
fresh
goods.
groceries and canned goods. Yeah.
Onions, bell peppers, green bananas, tacos, Caesar.
Yeah.
Okay, Charlie Caesar. What? Oh, we don't have that over here.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well,
you ain't been in there on the right day.
Maybe you in the hood. Maybe where you live is now considered the hood. I'm not sure. But I tell you what, let's make
shade. Do you see? I want y'all to really know that for the rest of the show, there's going to be shade. I need y'all to know that. I want you to please note here that this is the moment that Dito decided to turn shady on his sister from another Mr. Ashlyn Cole. That's what I need y'all to know. Okay, back to the program, Dito.
Okay, thanks so much. That's a nice microphone that you're using. Hey, listen, we do have another co-host who has joined us out in Charlotte, North Carolina. You know what? I have to admit that I love the fact that we are nationwide and we're on your side. I don't know, but we got people that tune in, that chime in. We have co-hosts from all around the country, and we are super glad to welcome my homegirl to the show. She is one of the younger ones on the show, her and Jacory, but they make things happen. Both of them bring great wisdom, but Yolanda, boy, she is hilarious in her own way. Let's bring her up. Let's make things happen. And let's bring up my homegirl, Yolanda Wild Praise Morant. Yolanda, what is
Sorry, I'm a little tired to the party. Tech
With your hair.
issues.
Oh,
I tell you what I do have on today. Okay, like this is that.
Hey!
Yeah, it came.
Hey, look at you.
Liquid love. Hey.
So Jacory was so nice to send me one of his liquid love. So I promise you this. I believe in supporting our own. You know, I believe in supporting small businesses. That's what I believe in. And so that's the only way you become a big business, right? So I promise you this will be in my suitcase and it will be with me, you know. Now listen, you have joined. I only wear one person, that's Gloria's Witness. You'll be in my suitcase.
Thank you.
So I'll be traveling. I'll be on the West Coast very soon. So I will make sure it's in my bag.
Come on, West Coast.
You let us know because we might have to come scoop, come where you
Oh,
are.
y'all gonna have to come
Hey.
through.
For sure.
Talk about
Okay,
it.
so now everyone except for me, because he don't make Saint size yet.
Uh-oh.
But
Oh no.
everybody has on liquid love today. I'm feeling kind of.
No. Seem like there's a correction spirit on the show today. Seem like
You just need to inbox me your size, and I'll just.
I don't know. I don't know if you got the Saint size I need, but
Oh, no, I got you.
while we're on this subject, Stacey Williams asked in particular, how does she get one of those T-shirts? And I'm sure there are others. So since we're in this vein, Jacory, since it's all things you, how do people get these Liquid Love T-shirts?
So with the Liquid Love T-shirts, right now I have not put them on the website because we're working with music. But you can DM me through Facebook, and I will definitely hook you up with the bling bling liquid. Oh, I got on. I thought I had on Liquid Love, but I do have a host of them. So what I'll do is I'll post some later after we get off the show. Just DM me your size. I got all you can eat sizes.
That's good stuff. I love it.
If I may, coming soon, JacoryProthrow.com. You will be able to find all of his music. You will also be able to find links to purchase the shirts directly through the website. So that is coming soon, literally within the next, Jacory, I'm going to speak it into the atmosphere, in the next 7 days. By the time that we meet again at Shop Talk on Monday morning, you will all be able to go look at JacoryProthrow.com and purchase your Liquid Love t-shirt, as well as a direct download for the song. Come on, somebody.
Good stuff. I love it. I love it. We have so much to talk about. Now, usually right here, I would get ready to take a music break. But we've got so much that's going on right now. We're going to keep things going. So we're going to introduce a new segment. And today's new segment we've never done before. And, you know, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. So today we are trying something new. We are expanding everything that we make happen here at Shop Talk and Freedom Radio. But let's get ready to do what we call, as of today, the Weekend Roundup. And in the Weekend Roundup, we're going to go around the room and we're going to talk about some things that have happened during the last week or the last time that we talked. I'll start, since I'm right here. Last week, after we got off the show, the very next day, there was a big Apple event. Not as big as the normals, but so I think it's one in a series of 2 or 3. But there was a big Apple announcement that happened last week on last Tuesday. And Apple announced new software. They announced a new watch, which I've already purchased. Thank you, Lord Jesus. They also announced new iPads as well. Those of you who are my iPhone users and Apple Watch users, you're going to absolutely love what's going on. So again, Apple introduced iOS 14, kind of took some things from Android in terms of now you can put widgets on your home screen and you can call people out in your group chats. There's a bunch of different things that you can do when you get a FaceTime call. This is one of the things that I really liked, is that when you're on a FaceTime call, you can minimize, so to speak, and have screen and screen. So you can minimize your FaceTime call, still be in the call, but you can still be able to multitask. You can text and all these other things. Prior to, If you went to try to multitask, your screen would say pause on the person you were FaceTiming with, and they would know that you weren't paying them any attention. But Apple found out for the people that wanted to be able to be seen at all times that you can make those type of things happen. So it's already available. iOS 14 is downloadable for your phone, for your iPad. If you have a watch, Watch OS 7 is now available. The new watch is going to have great happening with it. So you definitely want to download that if you have Apple products. So great.
Oh,
You okay, Yolanda?
oh, yeah. Okay, go.
Oh, okay. I sound like something bubbling. Maybe we need to go to you next.
Come
on.
iOS 14. Hallelujah. Ooh, go.
Are you just now seeing it, or?
I'm just now saying that you're my Apple.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yes. Oh,
got it. Ashley, have you downloaded it or seen it as of yet?
Oh yes. I'm still it's like Christmas. It feels like Christmas. It's like every app I open, I'm like, oh, and you got me this too? Oh wow, how did you know? How did you even know that I needed this? Yeah. Thank you. I love practical gifts. So thank you so much for the gifts. The gift that keeps on giving is iOS 14. So I didn't even wait for Detail to tell me it was okay this time. I just was like, well, I'm taking matters into my own hands today. Come on. 1 + 4 = 5. And 5 is the number of grace. And so I said, if 1 + 4 is 5 and 5 is the number of grace, then iOS 14 definitely is going to give me some grace. So let's go.
Yeah. And you know what? Shockingly enough, we haven't had many issues. So that alone is great to know. I'm going to just, show y'all what my home screen looks like now. I got my news up there. I got some widgets and all kind of stuff now happening on my home screen. So a lot of stuff, that you can definitely do. If you have an iOS device, go into the settings, download the new operating system. If you have a watch, you can do that as well. One thing, I don't know if you've done this, Ashley, because I haven't seen you mention it, but I don't know if y'all can see this. Y'all see me on my Apple screen? I have an Animoji screen, so it's something new that they're making happen. So I'm super excited about it. Hopefully, those of you who are Apple users are excited as well. Go ahead and make it happen. If you have any further questions, you know what to do. Reach out to me directly. I'll definitely talk you through. But before you update, please, ma'am, please, sir, make sure that you have a backup of some kind, whether it's iTunes or iCloud, for the just in case. That is my part of the weekend roundup. Ashlyn, over to you. What do you have to wrap up during the weekend or the roundup? What do you have? Are you, when you muted yourself? Are you still looking at your phone? Or?
How you do the emoji? Yeah. I want an emoji.
Yeah.
Where do?
Yeah, I'll show you.
I want to do the animal. Okay, so this weekend, I was back in my inner child came out to play. Okay, that was my clear side coming out. My inner child. Okay, it happens every now and then. Don't trip. She back. Okay, so this weekend, this weekend was crazy cool. Big moment on Saturday morning. I was invited to minister with Eric Thomas, Pastor Dr. Eric Thomas, at his church, A Place of Change. We call it APOC Ministries. And it is in Lansing, Michigan. And so virtually, I was able to join the service. And let me tell you, his message was on fire. And everything tight. It was so great. The love that the people gave me. It was so amazing. It was just so amazing. Yes.
You didn't sing and walk right back out the same door that you.
No, because I was in my house. And so it was okay. That was the virtual. See, that's the beauty of virtual ministry, is that you could just do it here. And I have this is my Sunday best set. For those of y'all that are like, I think I've seen those lights before. Yep, you sure enough have. This is where the magic happened on Sunday best. And so now I use this. It's like my performance studio now, if you will. And so I'm just so excited. Shout out to Eric Thomas. Who has been a pillar in my life for so many years, just literally changed my life in so many ways for the positive. And so to be part of his ministry now is it's amazing. It's awesome.
That's good stuff. That's great stuff. I saw the flyer, and I think I even reposted it for you because I wanted to make sure that everyone saw exactly what was going on with you. So again, as I've mentioned before, we're so very proud of everything that you're doing and making it happen. And I can't wait to see the next level, the next steps in your walk on this new trail, this new carved out lane for Ashland. So super, super proud of you. All right,
Thank
Yolanda,
you.
weekend roundup. What do you have, young lady?
I'm trying to think about what I can talk about. Listen, I like everybody. I want to see everybody at one time. Okay,
You
so
cracks me up with
yeah. I mean, we're all here together, huh? All right. So Melanie Daniels.
I
Oh my
see
God.
you.
Melanie.
Melanie Daniels. If you don't know who, first of all, let me just say this while she just. If you
Ooh.
don't know who Melanie Daniels is,
Hands up.
listen, hunties, you are missing out. Okay, so let me
Missing.
help you. Who is Melanie Daniels? Like, I don't know. Ashton Jacob may know her history a little bit more, but okay. So I am a Mariah Carey fan. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Don't look at me like that. I am a Mariah Carey fan. So the song, things like "Make It Happen,"
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that is Melanie Daniels singing background. So there was also a show called Half and Half, one of my favorite shows that was on the UPN network. Melanie Daniels is singing the theme song. I mean, you can find her all over the place. Melanie Daniels is like really, really. She sang background for Kim Burrell for quite a long time. I mean, yeah, like her throat is just
paved with gold.
tremendously blessed. So that made my day. Okay, so everybody knows, I own a company called Wild Praise Music and Media. I've been in business about 14 years. I've been doing graphics about 14. I've been in business a little under 14. So that's what I really do a lot of the times, especially with COVID. I had a massive increase of business, or really it was, to be honest, quite overwhelming because I do a lot of kingdom work. So a lot of my clientele is based in the faith-based community. And when COVID hit, everybody went nuts and no one knew how to kind of juggle in that season. So we've been doing that a lot. So I've been traveling. I have been traveling. Yes, I am wrapping up. So you look at me, I can't believe, yes, I did. I pray and I get on the plane and have a great flight. So that's what I've been doing, really. I've been doing graphics, but I tell you else something I am working on. Two things. Thank you, Jacoy, for sending me some liquid love. He also sent me some dietary supplements. And so I told Dito I want to talk about this today. Today, I started. So I've been, you know, up and down on the scale for a little while. I'm a thick. Yes,
Oh.
that's it. Are we all
Shut
gonna do
your
it?
mouth. He be playing.
Back like that. So, Ja'Cory didn't know how on time he was. I have a wonderful friend named Monica Tolbert, who, when I lived in Denver, her and I worked out together. I love this girl to pieces, and so I just want to shout her out. She may be, at home working, but she did something really special for me. So she's a part of the Heat Challenge. And I just thought she was gonna give me the homie hookup. I'm just being transparent. But she said, "Oh no, I paid for it. I want you to do it. I really believe in you, Yolanda." And so she's always just kind of been like that. So that being said, today I want to share her affiliate link. If you're interested in becoming part of the Heat Challenge, this challenge is really, really incredible. So that to be saying, Ja'Cory was so on time by sending the supplements. So I really listen. I think God works in all things. So he sent the supplements. We're doing that. We got up this morning. We walked. We did a healthy grocery shopping. I don't eat Twinkies, and I mean they don't work for my life. So, but just to clean up the slate, no chocolate, no bread, stuff like that. And we're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it well. Amen. Because I will be singing till I'm 85, and I will be cute,
Thank you, Lord.
cuter on stage, hopping around. So I'm doing that. I have one more thing that I'm doing. So I'm gonna share this affiliate link, and then so outside of music and outside of the business graphic design, I have another business actually. So I believe that I'm gonna have multiple businesses. That's what I declare for my life. So that being said, I have a business called Love Fetish Accessories, and what I decided to do, because I have an overstock of accessories. I love jewelry. I love earrings and bracelets. I'm going to do a mystery box. So all you have to do is follow me on love fetish underscore on Instagram. Just follow me on love fetish underscore. Follow me now. You can follow me here, Yolanda Moran. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a mystery box. And over the next maybe 2 weeks, I'm going to go live on Instagram, and we're going to do the mystery boxes. Now, I can tell you the mystery box is going to be filled. I promise you, it is not going to be stuff out your grandma's closet. It is going to be something good. I'm going to do some like rose gold pens. I'm going to do I'm going to do makeup. It's going to be jewelry. I mean, these boxes are going to be so fabulous. So please be sure to stay tuned.
That's good. That's good stuff. And I see a bunch of people chiming in, talking about this very thing. Ja'Cory has posted the link. I have it on the screen. Obviously, it's a long link, but if you click that link, it will take you to where you need to go to get yourself on the road. You know, you can start out like me with just a sample pack, make things. It cannot shake. I thank you.
And on the third day, you shall see energy. Yeah, sure.
Yes, most definitely. So now here's what I want to do, and I'm coming to you, Ja'Cory, somewhere over you. You're over there somewhere. I'm coming to you next to close out our weekend wrap up. Now, different people are talking about different things. Now, Didi just felt to just ask, what's the Instagram? Now, Didi, are you talking about Yolanda's Instagram or an Instagram to what she is talking about? Now, if you're looking for Yolanda's Instagram, we can put that on the screen because I have it right here. Here is Yolanda's Instagram. All right. At Wild Praise. She also has a secondary one, but this is her main. Those of you who want to follow Ashlyn on Instagram, here is Ashlyn's information, ashlyn.co. Now, Ja'Cory recently changed his, so let me fix this. He went from I am Ja'Cory to now he is Ja'Cory Pro Throw.
My whole name.
You understand? So let's get ready to put him up on the screen. And there is Ja'Cory. Did I spell it right?
No.
I got close. Okay.
That's how you say it, Pro Throw.
But he's a pro though.
Speaking.
Hey.
So while he's typing, I do want to offer something to Ja'Cory. Okay.
Yeah.
So I by no means try to intrude or anything like that, but I want to offer you something today. I want to push you, sir, because I believe in you, honey. I don't know what it is about you. I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know what lanes God has you in. But listen, I'm telling you, there's some people you have to jump in while the water's hot, because there won't be any room left for you. And so, Ja'Cory, I want to offer you, I'll do a promo for you today for your shirts. I want to say it live. I don't want anything. I just want to push you. So while she's working on the website, you'll have something, because, you know, you're going to have 50,000 DMs. So you got to tell people where to go, give people something to look at. All right.
Okay.
Yes.
So, I feel you. So let me ask you this. And since it's all things Ja'Cory, what's your cash app?
My cash. Oh,
Come on, take a run. Huh?
Yes. Thank you, Lord. Thank you,
it's
Lord.
Ja'Cory, JACoree Pro, PRO.
So Ja'Cory Pro is your cash app.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm getting my phone out right now.
Come on.
And I'm going to Cash App. And those of you watching, we're talking about fertile ground. We're talking about launching him into the deep. It's going to take money to now leave the shores of just being comfortable and now launching out into the deep of being an artist and making things happen. Let me tell you two things. Ja'Cory's doing something he's never done before. I just told y'all earlier that, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. Let me say this also, that comfortable people seldom do great things. I'm going to say that one more time. Comfortable people seldom do great things. So Ja'Cory had to get out of a state of being comfortable in order to start down this road of greatness. Now, let me just share this story, and I'm going to my Cash App. Many people have talked about different things about Peter. Now, you all remember that in the Bible, Peter is the one that literally walked on water. All the other disciples was in the boat. They was calling Peter crazy. They was like, "Fool, get your tail back in this boat," all this type of stuff. But Jesus said, Jesus bid him come. And guess what? He got out of the boat, and the Bible says he walked on water. Now, I don't know. I wasn't there, obviously. But listen, all the rest of them was in the boat. And it wasn't until Peter got out of the boat on faith that his shoes got wet. Everybody else was complaining and talking crazy, but they had dry shoes. If you're going to launch out into the deep, you got to get your shoes wet.
Come
Okay,
on.
I'm going to just leave that right there. You're next week. You'll catch it next week. But in order for you to launch out into the deep, in order for you to get further than where you are, in order for you to get into the water and make things happen, you got to get your shoes wet. So, Jacory, since your shoes are starting to get wet, you're going to need more than one pair of shoes. So let me open up my Cash App.
Yep.
Let me open it up. Let me see. Cash App, and you said Jacory Pro. Okay, cool. You know what? Since you're getting ready to be, you think fertile ground. Why don't I just make this happen? And for more shoes. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're gonna need.
Go.
You're gonna make them happen. So bam, I just sent just a little piece of help to get you going in the right direction. It's not a whole lot, but little becomes much when you place it in the hands of the master. So, Jacory, I started, you know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those preachers that tell y'all something to do something and I don't do it first. So let me be the first partaker of pushing you out further by putting something in your pocket. So those of you listening, those of you watching, join me, Cash App, money sign, Jacory Pro. Let's make this happen. Let's make it happen. All right, Jacory, you all right, son?
I'm good. You know, there's a funny thing because I've always been one to support. So it's a difference it's different feeling when you get the support back. It's a humbling experience, and I'm a crier. So when God really starts to work his magic and the U-turn finally turns to you, it's something that you can't even put words to. Because I mean, I've supported since I was a kid. My McDonald fund, my McDonald check. I was at Target buying everybody's CD. That wasn't just gospel. That was R&B. There's so many idols that I have. You know, so many legends, and I'm saying that U-turn point back at me at this point. So it's just like, Jesus, let me make sure my hands stay clean.
Most definitely.
Let me make sure I'm apologizing and trying my best to stay in the straight and narrow. So it's just. I mean, Kenya's been there since the beginning. We was singing in little groups in people's living room. Lena Bird was with us. I mean, you know, I look at, you know, the expansion of her career and how God, when you truly trust him, when it's your time, it will happen in his time. It ain't, I mean, you could plan Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but when Jesus put his stamp on top of it, it's going to happen when he wanted to.
Yeah. Most definitely. That's good stuff. And as you all see, the Cash App is still down at the bottom. Want to give a shout out and a welcome to Sister Vanessa Murphy, who was in the virtual building today. Glad to have you hanging out with us. And so many more. Allegra Tollfree has joined us. She is hanging out with us as well. And so many more people are putting comments on the screen, literally from everywhere. And I am super duper glad. Ashlyn.
I just want to say, Jacory, like this is your harvest season. This is your harvest season. And you have been tilling the soil for years faithfully. And, you know, if you ever hear the story of bamboo takes years for it to even break the surface of the soil to come out. And so year after year, if you don't keep tilling and watering and fertilizing and caring for the soil, that bamboo will never come up. But then it grows something like 8 feet in the first year, right? And so this is your harvest season. You have been sowing seeds for all of these years. And I am so excited because the harvest shall be bountiful harvest, more than your storehouse can hold. This is your harvest season. And so I'm super excited to play a very small part in this work that you've been doing for years and years. So all of those people that you have faithfully and taken no thank yous or credit, or never wanted to take any of the shine or any of that stuff, been supporting people all these years. Now watch the waves come back. This is the bounce back. This is the bounce back. So you about to experience people like Kenya, people like Melanie, people like Yolanda, people like myself, Dito, all the artists that you've been supporting about to come out and be like, yeah, absolutely, no doubt, like without question, we're going to support him. So I'm excited.
And not even to cut you out with that, to talk about my Roundup, the whole putting a single, I've been singing for years. Weddings, funerals, churches, concerts, backgrounds, all of this for years. So it was actually an act of faith for me to step out and just say, this song has actually been on hold. I wrote this right before my brother was murdered. And it was just like, David Jackson was just like, so what we gonna do? You gonna sit here? You gonna get up? What you gonna do? And it was just like, the time was ripe. So I stepped out of the boat, and in doing that, I got assistance from Kim Burrell. I was just like, wait a minute. I don't know about you. I've been a Whitney Houston fan all of my life. That is the idol, top for me. So to get a reach out from her and a push, it was just like, Jesus, huh? Then she calls me again a few days ago. Then I come out of church. This is what's really crazy. I come out of church, wonderful worship service, and I get on Instagram, and Angie Stone is on there. I don't know. Ashley can tell you. Roslyn can tell you. I've been an Angie Stone since grocery store days, writing out songs on receipt tape. I still have them. I've worked there for 13 years. So I get on there, and she's talking this talk that I just needed to hear at the right moment. Mind you, after church, normally I go around, I'm talking to people, but it was like God said, get in the car and touch your phone. So I touch my phone, and she's on there, and she's just like, I got a new radio show. I'm looking for new artists that are speaking encouragement, and da-da-da-da-da-da. You can see the videos are up. And she's just like, I want to talk to a few people. And I'm just sitting there in the car like, Jesus? So she pulls me up, and I had already told Ashlyn when she sung her song on Sunday Best, hey, if Angie Stone call, I need you to plug me, and it's just like, God is just amazing when you trust him honestly, and you honestly step out of the boat. Because the thing for me is the team situation with support has been hard for me. The team disappears. It's not who it needs to be. And it got to the point to where my team was me, a notebook, a pad, and my computer. And it was just like, guess what? Even when they turn their back and they too busy, I got to push forth with the gift that he gave me, because he gave it to me. So it's just been a faith walk, and it's been a great journey to see the U-turns finally start to turn around.
It's good stuff, man. Listen, this is all encouraging. As I mentioned, if you haven't done so as of yet, Jacory's going to need some new shoes. These shoes that he has are already starting to get wet because he's launching out into the deep. If you haven't done so as of yet, join me. Again, I've already started today's impromptu offering out with a small $50. But I think Allegra mentioned that she told you to look at your Cash App too, Jacory. So I don't know what Allegra sent. She didn't get my approval because she's her own woman. So whatever funds that she sent you, those are her funds, and I ain't mad at her.
Funds.
Yeah. Listen, I tell people all the time, when you get married, things change. When you get married, the husband, his money becomes her money. Wife, when she gets married, her money just remains her money. So I mean, I've never figured it.
Train us.
But it's what happens. And in just a few short days, me and Allegra are going to be celebrating another year of marriage. And I've never left a day. She's never left a day. And Ikanache, thank you, Lord Jesus. We're just growing older and wiser together. So I am grateful for her. So she told me to make sure that you check your Cash App. Those of you who are watching, make sure, if you haven't done so, please, ma'am, please, sir, join us in putting funds into fertile ground. And I believe I'm looking forward to a return on this, not just in your name, but in my name, for me trusting you with what God has given me. So, Jacory, I can't wait to hear it. I can't wait to see what is going to be happening with you in the very near future. Now, we were talking about shoes. We were talking about the fact that he's going to need some new shoes. Let's do what we do here on Shop Talk. Let's get ready to talk about things that we normally talk about. Now, I don't know how I want to call this. I don't know if I want to call it One Has to Go or what I want to call it, but it's talking about shoes. And Ashley, I think you're old enough. Yolanda, you may be old enough. Jacory, I know you're the baby of the group, but you may be old enough to remember this. Now, all of us have been to school, and when we went to school, many of us on the first day of school wanted to have some fresh whites. You know what I'm saying? Some fresh whites. And I want to find out right now from this incredible audience, what was your favorite fresh whites? Which ones were the best?
Wow.
Which ones were the best?
Wow.
Let me tell you what we got on the screen. Let me.
Wow, you are taking me back right now, Dito. Wow.
Yeah, I am taking you back. So we've got on the screen, we got Reebok as number 1. We got K-Swiss, number 2. We've got Converse, number 3. We've got Nike. Those are Air Force Ones is number 4. And number 5 are my Adidas.
Hey.
You understand? So, which were the best? Those of you who are watching, tuning in, Dee Felder has already chimed in and she says that her Adidas was the one. Denisha Sexton says she was a K-Swiss wearer. All right. Delasia Campbell chimes in and says Converse was the one. Kalita Jordan says K-Swiss. All right. People are chiming in everywhere. I'm trying to keep up. Faith Smith, number 2. Cameron Nettles says number 4, the Air Force Ones. Melanie Daniels, our resident superstar of the day, says the Chuck Taylor All-Stars. Iana King, what is going on, says the K-Swiss. Stacey Williams says the Reebok. Whoa, really? Reebok? Dana Warner says number 2. John Greathouse says number 2. Allegra says number 2. Michael Cook, man, I can't even keep up with everybody. Michael Cook, number 4. Kenya Boy says in school 2 and 5, which is K-Swiss and Adidas. Dee Felder. We've got Mrs. Kennedy, K-Swiss. Greg Field says mine aren't there. Jack Purcells.
Jack Purcells.
You could actually put that with number 3.
Yeah, you put that with number 3.
Okay, cool. Got me on that one. British Knights, Ivan Johnson.
Ooh,
man,
come on, Ivan. Come on, British Knights.
Yeah.
BK.
Yolanda Owens is going back with the Converse Pink. My dude with hands in Sacramento, Ray Kemp, says those Reeboks and K-Swiss. Tracy J. Wilson, the Adidas. Shannon, the Adidas. Vanessa says, as a basketball girl, I didn't know you played basketball. She says Nike. Okay. Wait, shelf tops. What's shell tops? What's shell tops? Did I miss something?
Walk through concert doors, all over Coliseum floor. I stepped on stage at Live Aid. All the people gave and the poor got paid. And I wore speakers, I did speak. I wore my sneakers, but I'm not a sneak. My Adidas took the stand, other wore in there. With my in hand, I told to the man. My Adidas in deep.
Okay. All right.
It's all good. I ain't mad at you on that break in. My Adidas Run DMC. It is a classic. Man, Kalita Jordan chimes in and says, what are those? My dude, Greg Fields says, okay, number 3. He says, all right, come with it. Dee Felder also chimes in, what are those? Okay, y'all making me laugh. Fred Hamilton, my dude, Fred, what's up, bro? He said, of course, ones. Dee Felder, yes. Shell top Adidas. Okay, I get it. Number 2 for Jeanette Bowie. And yeah, she
Come
just
on, Kenya.
Out. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. I like all of this. This is absolutely amazing. And y'all got me cracking up. So now let me go around the room. So Yolanda, if we were to go to you, which of these would have been your favorites growing up out there in Denver, Colorado?
Whoa, why you gotta put the Denver part in it?
Ain't that where you from?
That's where I'm from. But... Oh, you in this screen, dude. Like, that's how you know I'm from Denver, because I call people dude. Okay, so first of all, let me say I am like, this is I kind of grew up a tomboy, right? I play with Barbie dolls and Transformers. Don't be confused. I'm a girl. But I play with Barbie dolls and Transformers, right? Like I was kind of a tomboy, and I grew up, like super extra girly. So I don't own a lot of tennis shoes. But you just made me follow K Swiss because I feel like like, oh my God. So I had a pair of K Swiss. They were awesome. Let me tell you, to be honest, Adidas
Yeah.
were everything. I've never owned a pair of Air Force Ones.
Really?
I just thought they were big and bulky. Remember,
They are heavy.
they're kind of big and bulky, but I am I need to save some coins because I just think I want a pair of Adidas.
Okay. I ain't
The
mad
whole
at
sweatsuit will look real good on you.
Which one?
The Adidas, whole from head to toe.
Yep.
Oh, thank you. See, come on, let's work this out.
that. All right, it's all good. So I see where you're going, Ja'Cory. If you had to pick one of your faves from this era, which ones would be your faves?
Honestly, right now I'm a Converse man, but back in the day, number 2 and number 5, I'm with Kenya.
Okay.
I had to have me. They had to be new though. After you wore them 2 or 3 times, it was just like a wipe only lasted so long. Keeping them white.
Yeah.
But I never really had any, Air Forces. They was too heavy. I did wear a pair of my brothers. They was too heavy.
I feel you. I ain't mad at you. That's good stuff. And Ashlyn Cole, if you had to pick one from this incredible era of sneakers, many of which people still wear, what would you pick?
So what's funny is I now today am Converse all day. That's almost the only thing that I put on my feet is Converse. I have maybe 30 to 40 pairs. I probably have 30 to 40 pairs of Converse. Yeah. So Converse, what's up with the
Endorsement.
What's up with the co-signing the endorsement? Anyway, but back in the day, wow, this is really funny. There's two shoes that are not listed here. The high top Reeboks. The high top Reeboks with the two little Velcro strips. Yep. The two Velcro straps, right? That was one pair that I rocked, the all whites. And then the second all whites was Keds. And that's another thing that you didn't have up on here. Not you, Dito, but they didn't have up here was the Keds. And here's what's funny. We couldn't afford Keds back in the day. So my mom took me to Woolworths.
Ooh, the store.
Okay, Woolworths to get an all white pair of the generic Keds, right?
That's like JJ Newberry's.
But here's the thing: you couldn't come to school with no generic shoes, or they would roast you from you'd be like field roast sausages. They would roast you from the time that you got to school to the time that you went home, and then back again the next morning. So I went and took a blue Bic pen.
Oh, Jesus.
And I colored in on the back side of it Keds because it's at the bottom of your feet. But if people didn't see that blue tab on the back of the Keds, you was going to get roasted. And so I didn't want to get roasted. And so I had to do what I had to do. But I also rocked Air Force Ones. I had one pair of all white Air Force Ones. And I believe they're still in storage right now. And I might go out to storage to pull them out just on the strength that I want to rock them again. But now today is all Converse. All day, Converse.
Okay, I'm with it. And so bringing everybody back up on the screen, this is pretty good. I didn't know we was going to get so many people commenting on this, but it's been great. Listen, I grew up on all of them. I've worn all of them except Reebok. I never wore Reebok, but but in place of Reebok, I wore Pony. Any of y'all old enough to be Yeah, I wore Pony in place of Reebok. And listen, there was a time in my life in the 7th grade where my family was really, really struggling. And I'm telling you, kids don't care nothing about you being struggling.
Nope.
Man, my classmates tore me up something fierce for having some holes in my shoes. Oh man! And every day they're like, when your mama gonna buy you some new pair of shoes? And it was always in my 6th period. When your mama gonna buy you some new pair of shoes? You need some money? Let me ask my mama for some money to buy you some shoes. Every day I went through that for like 3 or 4 months. And my Jerry curl wasn't done either. So between the Jerry curl and the holes in my ponies, man, I went through it, man. Kids, they was ooh. But then one day my mama finally got tired of me crying on the way home from school. And guess what she did? Yeah, she took me to Mervyn's. You understand? We went to Mervyn's right there at Eastmont Mall. It's now the police station. We went to Mervyn's at Eastmont Mall and she bought me some brand new ponies. Listen,
Hey,
man, listen. I was the greatest.
I can't
kid.
play the pony song because the pony song is nasty. So I can't play the pony song. But
Hey,
I
he sure can.
but I could play
Ooh,
the
is that
Adidas.
beeping coming? Is that beeping
You
coming
know why?
from?
Because I'm fasting and it's telling me to go eat. It's sister, go eat, go feed your body. That's what it says. That's what it
Yeah.
says.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to. I tell you what. You don't. I would say go feed yourself, but we can't now because it's the top of the hour, and because it's the top of the hour, we got to get ready to play some music. And since today is all things Jacory, what better song to get ready to play than to make this debut of my guy? Jacory Proto has a brand new song. Now, usually I set up the song that we're about to play, but Jacory, my brother, this is your song. This is the big debut. Radio. The virtual floor is now yours.
Well, all my freedom listeners, this song that
Yeah.
we're about to listen to is called My Destiny. And I just pray that it helps you reach your destiny. Play that track.
Here we go. The world premiere, My Destiny. Take a listen at this.
Yes, I was wondering, these mountains gotta move, these chains gotta move. No more doing things my way. Let Jesus take the wheel. He knows just how I feel, and my purpose He will reveal. I am my destiny calling.
I am my destiny calling.
And I see victory.
Victory.
I believe just what He said.
I am my destiny calling.
And I see
Victory.
I believe just what He said.
Ooh, oh yeah, yeah. Time is ticking, talking, passing me by. So many people in and out of my life, breaking through the binds of my mind. No, I wasn't made to quit. The sun is gonna shine. My faith is gonna rise. Some things I just have to learn, but Jesus strengthens me. I can do all things, and my life is a new meaning.
I am my destiny calling.
I am my destiny calling.
And I see
Victory.
I believe just what He said.
I believe just what He said. Yeah.
I am my destiny calling.
I am my destiny calling me. Yes, I do.
Believe just what He said.
For I know things are gonna work out. And so, for God said it in His word, I gotta trust the plan He has for me. I am my destiny calling me. Yes, I do.
Believe just what He said.
I believe just what He said to me. I am my destiny calling.
Believe just what He
Victory.
said.
Yes, I believe what He said to me.
I gotta reach my destiny.
Said I believe, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I gotta reach my destiny.
I believe it. I believe it, yeah. I gotta reach. I gotta reach. Hey, 'cause He said,
I'm the head.
and not the tail. He said, I'm a lender.
I'm a lender.
And not a borrower. Yeah. He said I'm above
He said I'm above.
and not beneath.
have it, my brothers and sisters.
Yay!
Lord have mercy, my destiny. I love that, man. You did great. You did absolutely amazing on that.
Thank you, Lord.
Very well produced. You used your vocal ability perfectly. I mean, you didn't oversing it. You didn't undersing it. I hear you, man. You know what? Maybe you just want to tell me that I hear my destiny calling. And
Come on.
if that's what you're saying, how can they hear unless they have a preacher? And how can he preach unless he's been sent? Now, I'm not saying that you're necessarily a preacher, but whatever you are, the Lord has anointed you to be you, and you've been sent to hear and to tell us that you hear up eco. Thank you, Lord Jesus. I hear my destiny calling, and my destiny says that I need to have everybody to sow into this fertile ground. So if you haven't done so, yep, that's the preacher in me. We go on a second round. You understand me? If you haven't done so as of yet, the Cash App is on the screen. Can't wait to see the video that you put with this.
How you know it's on the way?
Because I see your destiny calling. You understand? So
I want to just shout out David Jackson, Carl Wheeler, all the background singers, Trey Edwards, Jeremy Gibson, Deshaun, Trish Nicholas, my graphic designer, Yolanda Morant, Yo-Yo. How you doing? She got me looking real good out here in these quarantine streets. Everybody that has helped said an encouraging word, because the thing is, honestly, the funny flip side to the song is it's actually speaking my whole testimony. I took time in writing this lyric. This is actually written by me and David Jackson. I sat in the house one day and I was just like, I want something different. I didn't want it churchy on purpose because I reach into church every Sunday. I need something that was going to take me outside of the box. So I sat up and I listened to Kiara, Mary, and I was up to like 3 a.m. I was like, Jesus, I want something that's gonna work for me.
Yeah.
And this is what I came up with. So
listen, you came up with a masterpiece, brother. You came up with something wonderful. Shout out to Kevin Stansel in the virtual building.
Yes.
He is saying that he is Bay Area for life. He says, "What's up, son? Yo, what it do, Black? What it be? I need my chips with dip. You understand how you're doing? It is all good." My dude hanging out in the virtual building. And he says to you, Jacory, congrats to you on the new project.
Thank you.
Absolutely amazing. It's going into rotation here on Freedom Radio today.
Yes.
You'll be able to request it and do all those type of great things that you normally do. Again, if you haven't done so yet, take a moment to sow into the Cash App for Jacory. We are making things happen. All right, Ashlyn. I was waiting for you to break in. I was prepared for a Ashlyn takeover moment. So nothing that you wanted to break in and say or tell me during this time as we're talking about your bestie?
I mean, I'm like, can you see this big old smile? I'm soaking it all in. I'm soaking it all in. I'm so super proud of him. I'm just so super proud. And you know, it's so interesting going into this season. He and I were just talking about a launch, right? Like a launch, like whatever, Lord, whatever, however you do it, Lord, however you orchestrate it, God, just give us a launch. And Sunday Best happened, right? And I thought for sure he was going to be on Sunday Best. I have to be honest. I thought for sure he was going to be on Sunday Best. And God had other plans. And so he put me on Sunday Best. But how about Jacory was able to take that whole journey with me? And so through that, when you put yourself around productive energy, when you put yourself in situations where people are actually accomplishing their goals, when you surround yourself with winners and not with losers, that's when you start seeing that winners win and losers lose. So if you want to be winning, there's no I in team, but there's definitely an I in win. And so if you want to be winning, I suggest that you surround yourself with winners and get rid of the losers. Whatever losing spirit is around you, today's your day that you get it. I think I hear your destiny calling that you need to get some of those losers out the way. Those are nothing but roadblocks. And look, sometimes we get comfortable in losing. I'm going to keep it real. Sometimes we get comfortable in losing. And so it's time to like recognize, hold that mirror up to yourself and stop holding other people accountable. Start holding yourself accountable. Because you know what? You owe you an explanation. You owe you an explanation why you ate that second helping of food that you didn't need to eat. You owe you an explanation of why you sat on the couch for 6 hours watching reruns of Real Housewives. You owe you an explanation why you didn't finish your school and get your degree. You owe you an explanation why you haven't finished the book yet. So I'm super proud of Jacory because he owed himself something, and he did it. He did it. He took things into his own hand. He didn't wait for nobody to do it for him, and he took matters into his own hands. And he said, "It's time. It's time." He heard his destiny calling, and now he's just got to sit. Well, he's gonna keep doing the work because he never sits still. This one right here, never sits still. He never sits still. And so he's always like, make things happen, make things happen, make things happen. But now, instead of making things happen for other people, he's working in tandem with God, and he's making things happen for himself. And so for that, I'm super proud.
And that's good stuff. I love it. I think it's absolutely amazing. Want to give a big shout out to my godfather, who was actually hanging out today with us, the pastor and superintendent Gerald Harris, out in Gilroy, California, is where his church is located. But I know he's hanging out today from Salinas. Glad to have you hanging out with us, sir. This is good stuff. And Ashton, you spoke some great things. Those are some great things that you spoke into his life. And as I've mentioned, sometimes I just mentioned earlier, comfortable people seldom do great things. But you have to also realize, I talked about this maybe about a month and a half ago, about the mere things that sometimes in order for us to get to the next step in life, we have to go through layovers. And, and when you're in a layover, certain things happen. Yolanda, I know you fly all the time. Ashton, you fly all the time. Jacory, if you haven't been flying, you're getting ready to start back to flying all the time. And as we deal with layovers, three things happen in a layover. First thing that happens, it allows people to get on or get off. Either way you want to look at it. It allows people to get off who aren't going where you're going. So to talk about and catch up with what Ashley was saying, as you get ready to go to this next level, sometimes you got to go through layovers, and now you're getting ready to come out of one. So first of all, before you move to the next level, you got to take time to let people off who aren't going where you're going.
Come on.
So
this is
that time you're getting ready to take off, brother. So now you got to take a moment of retrospect and go back and think about people who didn't really mean you any earthly good. It's cool. This is just your time now to get off. Those people who, you had been helping, but nobody wanted to help you back. It's cool. I ain't even mad at you. It's a layover. Here's your time. Here's your time to get off. Second thing, though, that happens in the layover is that it allows people time to get on who are going where you're going. I don't even know who I'm talking to. I'm not just talking to you, Jacory, but I'm talking to some other people. You're in a layover trying to figure out what to do. First of all, let people off who aren't going where you're going. Second, let people on. Let people on who are going where you're going. They may not be even people that you knew were in your corner, but now, hey, we're loading up people on Jacory's train, that are going where you're going. So come on, ma'am. Come on, sir. That you've been pushing me from the back and I didn't know. Well, come on. Here's your time and here's your seat on my plane to go where you're going. Last thing that happens in a layover. First thing, it allows people time to get off that's not going where you're going. Secondly, it allows people time to get on that are going where you're going. Last but not least, here's my church part. It allows you time to refuel. So if there's ever anything that you needed to know why you've been in this layover and you've had people getting off and now getting on, during that whole time, Jacory, God was setting you up for him a time of refreshing to refuel you. And now, and only now, are you ready? Not in your time, but it's now God's time for you to now move on to that next place. So get off people that ain't trying to go with me. Get on people that are going with me. And thank you, Lord, for giving me this time just to refuel. That's your deep soul preaching moment of the day. Listen, Yolanda.
Wow.
Let me calm myself down. I feel something.
I posted something on Saturday. And
Yolanda,
yes, sir. Go ahead.
You as a graphic designer, you got the opportunity to produce the graphic for this young man. And I know you better than everybody else on here. I know that you like to hear the music, and as you're creating, you like to, know as much as you can about the artist or the person that you're creating for. What during this time, as you've gotten on, what in this time have you found out and would like to say to our brother Jacory?
First of all, do you need an offering?
Yeah.
I don't need
Yeah.
no.
Cash App is cash what's it called? $ Jacory Pro. That's
Yeah,
the
it's not about me
offering
today. I
can
don't
go
want
to
nothing. I'm
can
good.
I
go to
haven't
Jacory Pro.
I haven't ran in church and like, listen, I promise you, first church I was in church a couple weeks ago, and listen. First of all, let me say I posted something a couple days ago. I was talking to someone. They're in music. They've been in music like 20 years, and I was like, "Why aren't you on Instagram? Why aren't you?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't do social media." Oh, okay, so you're missing out on connections. You're missing out on income. You're missing on so many things. And I thought something came to me, and I thought everybody is not interested in growing, and we have to be okay with that. So when he was talking, what I thought, see, I get revelation kind of about by hearing, right? So what I thought about was sometimes there are people that are meant to be on the flight, but they're not even bold enough, even brave enough to purchase the ticket.
Mm.
So they stay behind. There are some people, my really amazing friend Maurice Griffin, of previous Sunday Best, he said something. He said, you have to be confident enough to try.
Yeah.
Some of
That's good.
y'all sitting at home and you don't have what you would like.
Oh,
You're
have
not
mercy.
all you would like to be because you're not even confident enough in the God that you say you serve. If you are a believer, if you're not, we can do that part today too. If you believe him, you have to be confident enough to try, to say, I'm going to try this. So let me part there right. There's some artists you really want to get music out. I'm talking to me too. And you're waiting. This is not 1955. That day is gone. Nobody's going to be sitting at a soda shop listening to your home saying, oh my God, let me, I've been waiting for you. Those days are gone. You're going to have to pick your feet up. You're going to have to do what you got to do. I will not be able to lose weight if I don't do the work. The girl already paid for the program. So what do I look like saying, Jesus, come down from your throne and shed 50 pounds? That's not what he do. Let me help you. The song says, if you make one step, he'll make two. So some of y'all sitting there waiting. And the only reason you haven't been able to even experience the layover portion is because you sitting there and you won't even purchase the ticket. I want to go overseas. Oh, you don't even have a passport.
You better speak.
When I finally got a passport, let me tell you how the heavens open, the windows open. The Bible talks about he will open up the windows of heaven that you won't have room enough to receive. He can't open a window if you don't get up. If
My mama said, speak a word.
How you gonna open the window? Come on. Sorry, that's my mama in me. You can't go nowhere waiting for somebody to do something for you. So let me tell you why graphically it was so exciting to do work for Jacory, not because I like him or because we're Freedom Radio team or we're fam or friends, because he was prepared. He came to the table saying, Yolanda, here I have it. And then when I said, Jacory, I don't know if these photos work. I don't know if these photos work for what you're trying to do. You know what he did? This is what tells me he's ready for whatever God is getting ready to walk him into. He didn't get an attitude. He didn't get mad. Who you think? This is what I got. He didn't do anything. He said, okay, what do I need to do? And I'm not saying because that makes me right. I'm saying that said to me, he was open to receive. So guess what? He was ready to get on the next flight. Hallelujah.
Wow.
Woo! And when he came back, I said, okay, we can work with this. And he sent me another picture. I said, we can work with this. That's why it looks like that. Because he was open. I was bendable and flexible. I gave him what he said. He said, I want to try this instead of that. I didn't get pompous and, I'm the graph. No. We work together.
That's right.
That's how magic happens. But magic can't happen when you stuck in your way and your thing. Let me help y'all. Some preachers, y'all demonize social media for years. It's the devil. It's this and this, that. And guess what?
I can't find my church fan, but I show
Listen. The pandemic happened, and now you have to be on Facebook. The same thing you demonized, the same thing you said was bad and it was awful. Y'all need to be sending an offering to that boy. This man that made it Facebook. I have made hundreds of dollars from Facebook. The only reason it looks like that is because he was willing to be open.
And let me tell you, this is the flip part of that, because there's so much truth that's in Yolanda. When she came to me, I was rushing. Sometimes you got to delay some stuff so it can be perfect. And she was a real businesswoman. She told me, she was just like, the picture is cute, but that picture didn't, if we were to show you the other picture, it don't even support the sound. It's a nice picture because it's me, praise God, hallelujah. But it's funny because her truth made me better. To where my thing is, I would look at this even if it wasn't me and say, who is this?
That's good.
And I'm thankful. Because sometimes I used to walk in the store and just look at CD covers. And sometimes you would get purchased just because your CD cover sparked an interest in the inner being of myself. Yep. So, I mean, Yolanda, you get my shoe, my pinky ring, pinky toe, everything.
My pleasure.
So
this is good.
Let me also say that while we've been on the air, Marcus Johnson of Marcus in the Morning over across the bridge at KPOO asked for a copy of your song, Jacory. He wants to add it and put it into rotation today. So let's make sure that we get that song to him right away.
Most definitely.
No delay. Yes, absolutely.
Amen. Yeah.
Let me tell you one more thing that'll open the door. A grateful heart. When I first moved to Charlotte, I was frustrated and I was in my apartment and I had a blow-up bed. This is the truth. I had never not had because my mom had always filled my house. So I didn't know what it was like to what's going on? I had a blow-up mattress and my laptop and my phone. That's the truth. And I was complaining. And my client, Pastor Jimmy Smith, called me one day and I was complaining. And he said, do you have a place to live? Yes. Do you have running water? Yes. Do you have food? Yes. He said, stop complaining. You have more than what most people have who picked up everything and moved across the country. Stop complaining. Get on that air mattress, put that laptop on the floor, turn that phone on and work. Let me tell you, when I repented and asked God to, this is the truth, forgive me, I turned that frustration into grateful. I have more than I ever needed. Stuff started coming from everywhere. So the other part is Jacory's been grateful. He sold for years. Yes. And it comes back to you, man. When you have a grateful heart and you keep your heart clean, there's nothing that God won't do for you.
So I'm glad that you said all that. So now, just from you having a grateful heart, being transparent and talking, Pastor Gerald Harris has just asked. He says, "I need your contact for graphics." So
the train.
I'm not crying. Listen, I'm not.
So it's okay because I'm holding back.
So we was just talking about Jacory and things opening up for him. Guess what? Just the mere fact that you connected to the right person at the right time, and the mere fact that you're not jealous. See, jealousy can mess you up. You know, jealousy can throw you off and can stunt the growth of your blessings. So the mere fact that you have a grateful heart, now the window, no S, the window of heaven is starting to open up for Jacory. Guess what's going to happen? Just like Ashton prophesied a few weeks ago, that everything that's attached to her is going to be going with her everywhere she goes. Guess what? God says, okay, I'm no respecter of person. Now the window has opened up even further. It was first ajar, but now it's opened up even further for Jacory.
My God.
Yolanda, with a grateful heart and no jealousy, says, okay, well, let's be a blessing to Jacory. Okay, well, good, Yolanda. I like the way you think. Now, because of your grateful heart and your understanding of how this whole thing works, this whole thing of reciprocity, now I'm going to open up a window and open up stuff for you. So listen, Don't be no hater. If God is blessing your neighbor or blessing your friend, at
That's
least
it.
he's in the neighborhood. Guess who's on?
Ooh.
Let me
Oh, look at your neighbor.
stop. I'm telling you, I feel
Ooh,
something
shayarabase.
bubbling up. Listen. God is in the neighborhood, and I know that Bishop Paul Morton says, Lord, whatever you're doing in this season, don't do it without me. And listen, as this season is getting ready to change, as of tomorrow, we're in fall, as the calendar says. But maybe the fall means that he's going to let his spirit fall upon the people of God. Because I told y'all a few weeks ago that God is preparing his people for a perfect praise in the midst of a pandemic. I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm going to say it one more time. God is preparing his people for a perfect praise in the midst of a pandemic. Tomorrow, the calendar says it starts fall as a season. And maybe during this autumn fall season, the Spirit of the Lord is going to overtake you and blessings are going to be coming to you from the left, from the right, from the top, from the bottom. And before it's all said and done with, your enemy is going to have to say, by God, the hand of the Lord is really on this person's life. So I don't know who I'm talking to, Ashlyn, Jacory, Yolanda. I don't know who I'm talking to, but at the end of the story, it is going to be written by your enemies, by your neighbors, by your friend, and by your foe. No matter how I treated this person, it is evident that this person loves the Lord and they were truly anointed by God.
Ooh,
All right,
my
I'm
God.
done.
Ooh, Spirit of the living God, fall fresh on me. Oh, Spirit of the living God, fall fresh on me. Oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I don't know what's going on with here, but I want to share this. I received a prophecy. When I was in Denver about a week and a half ago. So sometimes there are prophecies things have been proclaimed over our life, and we feel like they'll never come to pass. There's no way. There's no how. We don't see it. It's impossible. I was at the church. I flew home to celebrate a friend. And the man of God prophesied. He said, I don't know you. I didn't even know you were singing today, but the Lord said, you will be a millionaire. Right?
Listen.
Part one. Part two. After church, he walked up to me and my friend. He said, y'all came here? Where you come from? I said, oh, we used to live here, but we came from Charlotte. He said, y'all came here just for this? We said, yeah. We thought like, yeah, why not? He said, I don't understand. Y'all came all the way here just for him, just to celebrate him? Yeah, sure, why not? The man asked us, how many miles is it from here to Charlotte? We looked it up. It was about 1,500 miles. He said, the Lord is going to give you $100 for every mile
Come on.
that it took to get from Charlotte to here. Now, my math isn't that fast sometimes. And so I'm thinking like, 1,500. It was about $150,000. Let me help you. Whatever the Lord spoke, the Bible talks about he is not faint concerning his promises. It will come to pass. Now, listen, it might have been a word that was spoke 5 years ago. You got to make sure that you're like Jacory. You got to be prepared. You got to be open. You got to be flexible. You got to let the Spirit of the Lord come in on your life. You got to be like Ashlyn, willing to get in and stand in that line in Sunday best. You got to do what you got to do to get what you got to go. But whatever he spoke, it will come to pass. Now, listen, I may not be a millionaire next year or the year after that. But I promise you that I believe what the Lord spoke. It's not about me having a whole bunch of money. It's about me having the fortitude to see that God is who he says. And when he gives me the money, that I can sow back into the kingdom. And I can find another Jacory, and I can find another Ashlyn, and I can find another Dimitri toll free, and I can say, take this money and restart your life.
Yes.
I'm telling you, the
That-
Lord will do what he said.
He will. I promise you, he will. Jacory, hey man, this you prophesied this at the top of the show. You said that this was going to be a show like no other today, not knowing that this was the direction that this was going to go. But I want to give you, we started talking about you, and this is all things Jacory, man. What else would you like to share to God's people? And I'm decreeing that this is nothing but all God's people. And so much has happened in this show today. I almost feel like we need to open the doors of the church. But
Hello.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? But Jacory, man, this all started with us, trying to pour into you. But what would you like to share, man, to God's people, man? Go right ahead,
What
bro.
I actually want to share is before releasing this, I was in a 3-year and had been in a 3-year hiatus after my 4-year. We just had an anniversary. My brother was murdered. And that's the reason behind the liquid love that you hear so many people talking about. The sting of death is one thing when you're battling a sickness, but when it's a tragedy, when it's a murder and it's immediate, it is a whole different shift with your family. It's a whole different shift with your wake up in the morning and your go to work situation, to where, I mean, I was still operating in church. I was still singing all over the place, doing background vocals, but I was like a zombie. You couldn't really feel me. You couldn't really touch me because I was a robot. So it took 4 years. This song has been sitting for 4 years. And it was just like, God was just like, get up. And I listened to it and I was just like, oh my goodness, this is really my testimony. Then the flip side to that was, I don't really, my dog is tripping. But I didn't realize that a day after my release was my brother's murder date anniversary. So it was just like, to me, that was God speaking to me, telling me, hey, I'm about to pull you through this thing. Don't get stuck. You can't go back to stuck. So let you, come on, put the CD out so I can give you something to do. So my words is to somebody that's going through, you challenging with cancer, you challenging with the death, and there's so many people dying. Don't let the death keep you stuck. It may sting a little bit, but at the end of the day, you still are living for a reason. There's still a destiny. Even though we've got this epidemic going on, we got to wear these masks. I went and sung at a funeral the other Sunday. We had to sing through a mask. It kind of changed my note, but it was still effective. But don't let anything stop you from reaching your destiny.
Yeah. That's good stuff, man. I love it. We still have a few minutes left in the show. This show has been absolutely amazing. I'm cracking up on the inside at Ray Kemp, my dude up in Sacramento. Ray, we got to talk real soon, bro. But he says there's a different spirit over the show today. Ashland's fast done brought something in. Listen, I love this. This is why every week I do Shop Talk. I know that we go from one extreme to the other. We go from being funny to laughing and sometimes crying. And then next thing you know, the Lord will come in like a rushing mighty wind and take us to a whole different thing today. And as you see, the comments are still coming in. You know what I love about Ashland and Jacory and Yolanda, and all of us are anointed. We all sing. We all are minstrels in our own right. We don't have to overtake each other, anything like that. We just come together and we just watch God work. We just talked about this just the other day, that when we get together, you guys won't believe it. I know you won't believe it, but we never know what we're going to talk about when we start. But when we have a 2-hour show, and we have an outline of what we think we want to do, but it never works out the way we try to plan it. And that's how the love works, man. The Lord works in mysterious ways and has brought us together to make things happen. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back from the commercial break, I do have a one has to go, and we'll just see where we end up you have time to go get some water or drink or whatever it is that you need to get, and Ashton will be right back. I'll put you backstage. There you go. Listen, we're going to take a real quick commercial break. There's a great event that's going to be happening next Monday in the Bay Area here on Facebook. Again, Casey and Erica have something great going on, and let me just play a bit of this commercial and then we will keep things going. Take a listen at this.
Be sure not to miss Music Vibes 2020, streaming live at 7 p.m. on Monday, September 28th, featuring Amar Khalil, Lawrence Flowers in intercession, Ashlyn Cole, Overseer Winston and Andrea Anderson, Frank Clayton, Demetrius Tollfree, Aaliyah Hall, Young Cam, Rudy Kearns, Louie Lou, Jan Hunter Jr., Pastor KCL Pringle Sr., Shay Shay Girl, and hosted by gospel recording artists Casey and Erica. Proceeds will benefit the Crisis Support Services of Alameda County.
Yes, and we are back. That event is happening next Monday right here on Facebook, and it's going to be a great event. And everybody has been hitting me up talking about it, and want to make sure that all of you know about that event that's coming up. And we want you to be able to participate and be able to hang out with us virtually, of course, next Monday night, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, and we'll do it right here on Freedom Radio. All right. So Sidri, who is so funny, Sidri, who was a first lady out in Stockton, she says, only thing we didn't have in today's service, we have a service, is some shouting music. Y'all done preached, taught, worship, praised, sowed seed, sang, testified. My God. Well, you know what, Sidria, you know what? I tell you what, just for you, I feel something coming up, and so let's do it like this. I don't do it like this often, but yeah, let's take a listen to this, and let's see if we can have more church just for a moment. All right.
Lord, I thank you tonight.
Ooh.
Out of all that I've been through, still got joy, still got faith, still got a determination. Back been pushed up against the wall, but I came out swinging, I came out fighting, I came out rejoicing when I think of the goodness of
Listen. I'm trying to hold it together, but I wouldn't have done that if Sidra wouldn't have mentioned it. So anyway, it is all good. Oh my God, what a show this has turned out to be. People are commenting from everywhere, and oh my Lord. All right, we're trying to make things happen. And yes, Sidra, I'm with you. I needed that moment too. And listen, we just having church. I mean, I know I ain't supposed to say that on a radio show, but I guess this was happening. We just having church, and grateful that all of you are hanging out with us. Kenya Crawford's talking about, yeah, play that again. Man, we are having a wonderful, wonderful time, and glad for everybody that is hanging out with us. And Leah Marie, she says she need a church fan and a sheet. and to get the ushers. You know what I'm saying? All right. We are back. Welcome back to Shop Talk. Shout out to Louise Robinson, another one of my constituents from my church out there in Hayward, California. And I think I mentioned Delasia Campbell earlier. If I didn't, Delasia, glad to have you hanging out with us as well. Denisha Sexton, don't think I called your name out earlier, but glad to have you hanging out with us also. All right, y'all. We've played the commercial. Ashton has gotten her something to drink. She is ready. She has broken her fast for right now. I'm sure she'll do what she needs to do as we go. All right. Let's get ready for today's One Has to Go. All right. Now, Ashton, this you may get mad when I post it, just because you're on a fast and stuff like that. But this is based around food items that all of us, at some point or another have partaken of, and so we're getting ready to do One Has to Go, and I need everybody to chime in and let me know what you think about this. This was sent to me last week by my dude Chris Haynes. Chris Haynes, I don't see him today as of yet, but here is today's One Has to Go. One has to go forever. And what in the world? You mad or no? I mean,
what in the world? I want to eat it all. I want to jump through my computer screen and eat it all. Help me, Lord. Oh, hey, oh my. Jesus. Oh,
he's got the whole world in his hands.
Oh my God. Okay,
so, I even eat that double cheeseburger. I don't even know what's on it, but it looked delicious.
Ooh, let's go get one.
Oh my God. Yes, please.
Augie's.
Okay,
and
so
now I will settle for a protein shake. My God.
Okay, I'm with you. So one of these has to go forever. And you have burgers, tacos, fried chicken, shrimp, crab legs, thank you, fried fish, pizza, pasta, and steak. One of them has to go forever. People are already starting to chime in. Sidria says for her it's fried fish. Allegra, why cusseth thee? But she says pizza would have to go for her. Stacy Taylor further says, hey, keep the pizza. Kenya says that this post is not of God and that he's definitely not choosing. It's all good. Gay Harris, my another one of the constituents from my church. And she came over yesterday. We did a photo shoot of her. So you'll be seeing pictures of her that I did recently very, very soon. Anyway, Tracy J. Wilson says, I'm out because all of them has to stay. Lord have mercy. Stacy and Allegra have like mind. They have a kindred spirit by saying that pizza has to go. Let me see. Somebody else chimed in and said the same thing. Let me try to keep. Leah Marie said, I tried Kraft for the first time last week. It's actually good. So bye to pasta. Okay, well, welcome. That was me not long ago. Tried Kraft for the first time, and all of a sudden, out of my belly shall flow. Listen, rivers. All right. Mrs. Candy also says pasta. Delasia says pasta. My dude Ray, who may not be my dude much more longer because he said steak can go. Can you say Metamucil in your spirit?
I'm with you, Ray.
Fred Hammond says he's on a cleanse right now, so he has to mute. He don't want to deal with it at all. Denny Felder says bye to steak. Ooh, why cusseth thee? Anyway, Kenya Crawford also chimes in, God is not a God of confusion. So no, I'm not picking one. Morgan also chimes in like Stacy and Allegra and says that pizza can go for her. Sister Louise, I can't believe you wrote these words. I can't believe your mind conformed to these words and your fingers even wrote it. But she says crab legs have to go because it's too much work to eat. And Ashton is chiming in with Fred. I understand, Ash. AJ Anderson, my homegirl from way back when, she says steak, but I missed the ribeye. I understand. Denisha Sexton also chimes in with so many others saying that pizza would have to go. I can't believe it.
What did pizza do to y'all? What did pizza ever do to y'all? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, I'm ready to call a round table right now. I feel there's something. Anyway,
I'm a mod girl myself. Mod pizza.
We got that. We have that now too. We just got it like a few months ago. I had it for the first time 2 weeks ago. So
it's amazing. It's amazing.
Okay. Okay.
You can just build your own. You can build your own, like whatever to your heart's desire, and it doesn't cost any more. You can have every topping or one topping. It's all the same price. So you could stack it high or keep it low. It's amazing.
Lord have mercy. Kirsten Williams says that for her, crab legs would have to go. And let's see. We have a new person, Shakira Latier. Hopefully I said it correctly. Said fried chicken would have to go. Is chicken, you know what?
She must not be from the church.
I would probably say Latier. Latier.
Because you like the Frenchify. I get it.
Yeah, it's Frenchify.
Yeah. But you know what? Oddly enough, Shakira, I am with you. If I had to pick, fried chicken would have to go for me. So
She doesn't like fried chicken.
yeah, no, I'm not a fried chicken dude. So Sidra says that I think this whole thing was meant for vegetarians. You know what? I can't. Allegra says that she can do without the pizza because cheese and I don't work well together. I get it. I absolutely get it. See, Tracy J. Wilson, she has that round table spirit on as well. Leah Marie says that Chicago pizza, however, changed her life. And Morgan further chimes in and says that she loves pizza, but it's bad for her. I get it. And so many people are starting to chime in. Now we all of a sudden are turning into a pizza conversation because now we're talking about Papa Murphy's and so many more. Lori Fairley, she says crustaceans is worth the work. So for her, pizza can go. Listen, we've got so many people chiming in. Yeah, this is what I love about us. This is what I love about Shop Talk because we get people chiming in from everywhere. Here's what we're going to do.
I'm hungry. That's what you do.
My fault. My fault. Let's go around the room. So Yolanda, which one would have to go for you?
All right. So we're on a clean eating. So, right. So really, in truth, I can't. Well, that's not true. I can have some of these some kind of ways. Okay, I'm going to go there. Burgers, I don't eat red meat, right? So I kind of cut red meat out my diet quite a long time ago. But I can have a turkey burger. Stay. Tacos, my dad is from LA. I would be wrong if I ditched it. Tacos, stay. Fried chicken, can't have it that often. I got black girl hips. All right. Shrimp is amazing. Stays. Crab legs are level, but they stay. Fried fish. Get rid of that. Pizza, only if it's like real pizza, not the funny stuff. Pasta every now and then. Okay, so that brings me down to the steak. It really can go. It's just a lot of chewing, and no, it can go.
Okay, I'm with you. So steak can go for you. I hear you. I still say why cuss be, but it's all good. Jacory, if one had to go for you, what would be your choice?
I knew me and Yolanda was family because you could take that steak. You can take that steak and just give me a piece of beef jerky. It's got a little, it's a little more tender.
Wow.
You can actually take the steak, the crab legs, and the fish.
Wow, really?
Wow.
None of it.
Whoa. Oh, okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind when I invite you over for dinner. Anyway, Ashlyn, what would have to go for you?
Let me just. I want to just say a couple things about steak. Okay, let me just say about steak. If you don't have the right cut of meat, right? This is why there's like 900 different areas of the cow that you can create steak from. And a lot of the the stuff that you get at the grocery store is the lesser desirable meat because it's less expensive. But let me tell you, when you go places like overseas and you go to like the steakhouses or even here, but really overseas, because they grass feed all their their cows, all the cows. They got happy cows out there. I know we say we got happy cows in California, but I ain't seen one happy cow in California, not yet. Drive down the Highway 5 and see some. They're miserable cows in California. Okay, anyway, I might end up like Oprah. They might take me to court. But anyhow, let me continue. When you get a really good cut of beef, of steak, and it's cooked right, it melts. You don't chew it. It's just so super tender. So I just needed to say that. But for me, I'm gonna have to say shrimp. I don't like the texture of shrimp. It grosses me out to no end. I don't like it. It's something about it's just a yuck. I don't like lobster? I used to eat shrimp.
Oh, you don't like lobster, bro?
I hate lobster.
You ain't had it cooked right.
No, I don't matter. Cook. I've had it $300 plate of lobster. It doesn't even matter. I don't like the texture. I don't like the texture. So yeah, all them crustaceans can go. Now I grew up on crab, so I wouldn't say crab. I don't eat it anymore, but I wouldn't. Crab ain't never done anything to me. We used to grub on some crab. But yeah, I don't really eat much of any of this anymore anyhow, but I'm about to have a good burger at some point there's a burger in my future in the next couple of days. But no, I've been vegan-ish for, several years. So pretty much none of this. I made some amazing pasta last night, so that ain't going nowhere. But for me, I have to say shrimp. That's the one that has to go forever. Forever, ever? Yeah, forever, ever.
I'm with you. That's good stuff. So everybody's trying to, as I mentioned, if I had to pick one, it would definitely be fried chicken. I am not a big fan of fried chicken. And when I do eat chicken, I only eat the breast, and it has to be off the bone. So I'm only a chicken strip eater. So therefore, it can go for me. That's who I am. Yeah.
Why don't you like it?
Mm-mm. Just like Ashlyn don't like the texture of shrimp and stuff like that. The taste of chicken, just it's not my favorite friend. Like I said, I do eat the breast, which is more white meat. No pun intended. But you know what I'm saying? I do eat the breast and all that kind of stuff. But that is as far as I go. I occasionally, if I eat a wingette, I only eat the drumette. I don't even eat the wing. I eat the drumette. So I'm real funny with my chicken eating. So therefore, it can.
Give me a half a wing, please.
I mean, chicken is not good for you. I know everybody's going to be like, what you mean? That's the other white meat. Whatever you say. I don't know. Chicken is not good for you.
Why?
Because of all the pesticides and all the junk that's in it.
So these new chickens, that's what it is.
Yeah, back in the day,
the old chickens, the old chickens were good, right? My mom grew up on a farm.
Oh yeah.
So they fed their own,
right?
They fed their own animals.
I
would say agree with that, right? So they fed their own animals. They didn't, they ate off the land.
Yeah, absolutely. If you do get chicken nowadays, it is recommended that you get it from a farmer's market or a local farmer or something like that. And look, we have tons of those in California. So I'm sure you got tons of that in Colorado. You know what I mean? We got definitely places where you can get it from a local farmer.
Most definitely. I'm with it. Well, that's good stuff. We made it through another one has to go, and nobody got mad. How about that? Thank you, Lord Jesus. Listen, I am looking up at the clock, and it's almost time for us to go, but we do have time enough to go around the room and get closing comments and final thoughts. Before we do that, though, I just want to let everybody know, if you haven't done so as of yet, we want to make sure that you are following us and liking us on social media. So if you are on Twitter, if you're on Instagram, obviously, if you're on Facebook, we want you to like us on Facebook at Freedom Radio. But we're the same handle for everything, at Freedom Radio. So Instagram in particular, we're trying to really boost up our numbers, and we want you to be able to be in the know. So like us or follow us on Instagram at Freedom Radio. And if you do it today, I'm in a great mood. So they told me I'm not supposed to do it like this. But if you follow us today, we'll follow you back. How about that? So follow us on Instagram at Freedom Radio, Twitter at Freedom Radio, and of course here on YouTube and Facebook, all at Freedom Radio. Before we go, final thoughts. Yolanda, what final thoughts or closing comments might you have today?
So it's Monday. It's a great day. Have a great day. Don't follow the Monday blues kind of thing. It is what you make it, and get on the flight.
I hear you. I ain't mad at you. I feel something happening in my near future. Jacory, closing comments, final thoughts, sir.
I do want to say to the first 3 people that leave a review on iTunes, Apple Music on my new single, I got some nice gifts. I'm not going to say what they are, but to the first 3 that leave an actual review, I got something for you. But I also want to say, when you take the I out of your creative gift, that's when God will actually use you.
That's good. I like that. That's pretty good stuff. And thank you, Delasha. She says she will follow us today. Thank you so very much. Ashlyn, last but not least, any closing comments, final thoughts?
I just want to acknowledge Ruth Ginsburg. She passed away on the 18th. She was the second woman to serve as the Supreme Court, the Justice of the Supreme Court, and she was instrumental in women's rights and equal rights for all people, no matter your anything, red, black, white, red, purple, green, didn't matter. She believed in equal rights, and she did amazing work. She was appointed by Bill Clinton, and she served up until the day she passed away, which was just a couple days ago. And so definitely want to acknowledge her for all the work that she did for this country, and for me as a woman in this country, for the advancement of equal rights. So definitely want to shout her out.
No, that's good stuff. I'm glad you remembered to mention that. I wanted to mention that earlier, but it kind of slipped my mind. So thank you for being youthful and remembering what I actually forgot. Now, I want to just say, last but not least, today has been, oh my God, so unscripted, but so much of a blessing to all of us. We started out just by, making things all Jacory, and Jacory has released new music. And as Ashlyn so eloquently interrupted me and reminded you all to make sure that you purchase and not just stream his new song, purchase it, go to the iTunes store. Did I say it right, Ashlyn?
Yes.
Okay. All right, go to the iTunes store and make that happen. Or those of you who have Android devices, go to the Google Play Store and download, purchase the music. It's only 99 cents. And as Jacory mentioned, now I don't know if you have a way to make that happen from a Google Play Store area, but I think he was making reference, those of you who review it in the iTunes store, that he will have a special gift for those of you that do that. So anyway, this has been an absolutely amazing show. Let me just say this. My pastor tells me this all the time. You have a reminder, Ashlyn. My pastor tells me this all of the time, that anyone wrapped up in themselves makes a small package. Lord have mercy. Some of you all will catch that next week. One last thing I forgot to ask or get a reminder of, Yolanda. People have been asking, a couple people have asked already, how can they get in contact with you for you to do graphics for them? What's the best?
Y'all so sweet. So this is what you can do. You can follow me at Wild Praise. My name's the same across all platforms. So WILDPRAIZ like Zulu E. You can follow me at Wild Praise. Just inbox me or DM me. That's the biggest thing. I do have a website, but it's easier. It's wildpraise.net. But just follow me on Wild Praise, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all the same.
Most definitely. Good stuff. We appreciate you doing that and sharing that. And I think Ashlyn just put up some information about Jacory. Now, is this site live now, Jacory and Ashlyn? This site is live?
Yes. Stop in there and leave me a message.
Awesome. Good stuff.
Shirts will be in there also. Shirts are coming.
Okay, awesome. I think it's great. It's great. And don't forget also to go to ashlyn.com/shop to get all your t-shirts to support Ashlyn as well. I've got some new t-shirts coming. Many of my t-shirts right now are on ProBlackOnline.com. My son has just recently added some t-shirts as well. Sounds like all of us are going into this t-shirt ministry, and I am not mad. It's time for us to get ready to go. We look forward to doing this again next week at the same time on this same network. We're gonna go out with some music today, and we're gonna do what Jacory has asked me. So we're going out with some music. Till the next time on this, you know how we do it. I'll holla.
You saved me from a life stained with sin. You didn't let me die in my pit. You gave me a second chance.